it's a new trading week, and I want to say welcome to this wonderful new trading week. I'm really happy that you spend your precious lifetime with me again. We have calendar week 22 in the year 2021. It's May, it's the 24th, and normally in Germany we have a day off. We have celebration day, but I'm here for you because I will never let you down, and I will help you to become successful in trading. And I'm really happy that I have Admirals on my side and my moderator Anna in the back. Welcome to a new trading week again. So I hope you're doing good. You had a lovely weekend, and you were able to collect lovely moments for your life museum to put it on your life museum wall. And so we have enough power to go through the next trading week. And we want to do it together, by the way, and prepare our trades, manage our trades, talk about our trades, and especially to become successful in whatever we do in trading in our life, to have the power to be the exception in this really disgusting and really difficult world we experience all together right now around the world. And I want to help you to become strong and more powerful to cope all the challenges in our life we have to cope. And we can do that with trading, by the way. And if you can cope the challenge in trading, I promise you, life is becoming easier, I swear. And this is what I want to help you to do. And therefore, it's important to be the exception and to do things differently to our life or to all the other people. They lose money in trading. So, and we are here in this morning briefing show to win. Yeah, because it's not over until we win. So, and a wonderful new viewer here on YouTube. Wonderful good morning, Don. Yes, Maurizio, wonderful good morning. Barry, Mihai, wonderful good morning. And Sorat from Cambodia. Cambodia? I don't know, Cambodia or Cambodia. So welcome on YouTube. So feel free, like you could see in the chat, feel free to ask whatever is in your mind, because we talk about everything. And in my back, you see things, my symbols, my three most important symbols. The hourly glass always remind me I have a precious lifetime, and my lifetime is so valuable. So I don't want to waste any second, because we don't know when our life is coming to an end. So, and trading could bring you out of your own comfort zone. It's necessary to be the exception, but stop doing stupid things in trading. Yeah. And by the way, before I forget it, that's my paper. By the way, we stream this morning show to YouTube as well. So if you watch it on YouTube right now, there will find a button on your right side. Please click it, that you can subscribe this wonderful channel of Admirals, so you will never miss an episode. Also, please give us a like, by the way. So we have 10 likes this morning. I really appreciate it a lot. And of course, if you have any questions, then leave it in the comment below that YouTube video so I can get in touch with you directly. Thanks for doing that, by the way. So, and now let's go through the charts. And as always, we prepare this week or this day by, so by the way, I have just from 4 screens, I have 3 screens right now. And I hope this one is working right now. I have a lot of problems last week, and I spent hours the last weekend here in my office to figure out where's the damn problem. So, and lastly, I figured out there's one screen is broken, and the other screen is like working a blinker. The blinker of your car. So that's the joke of the day. You go to the store, cause the mechanics, and he say, yeah, check the blinker. And the guy is standing in front of your car, and he says, yeah, it works. No, yes, no, yes, so this is my screen here I'm looking right now. Sometimes it's working and sometimes like a blinker. Yes, no, but actually I guess it works. Okay, so let's see. I offered a new one, by the way, at the weekend. So okay, what we expect this way, best news ever, no rate decisions this week. So today, just only it's a celebration day, it's a day off, it's a really calm day. The markets, most of the markets are closed today. The Forex market's working, so we can go through the markets. So, and the rest of the week, you can see just only normal numbers, but no rate decision the rest of the week, and this is really cool. Yeah, so that means I want to invite you to, by the way, I have forgotten this one before we do that. Okay, now I know I have forgotten. So here we go. Yeah, a little bit want to talk about the volume indicator today, just a little bit. That's the topic of today. And you know, if we check the charts, most important thing, that's the rules. And therefore, you see my three symbols. The hourly glass, then Mandalorian. He has a strictly rules when he said, never take off your mask. And this is what I say, never break the rules. And the small right one is Jedi Master Yoda, may the force of the rules be with you. And that's my most important symbols. They always remind me what I have to do in trading. And this is one slide you can see here. Success is not a fantasy, it's a formula. And especially as a private trader, which you have no impact of the market, you have to work with probabilities because you cannot work with guarantees. So we have a hit quote of normally 72%, which means the other milestones are, or the big basement stones, we can say, are cut possible loss because you don't have 100% guarantee, and let the winners run because you don't know how far the price can go. And that's the rules. Valid trend is needed. Majority of the trend, maximum 4 trend arms. The correction has to run at least 38%. And then in the correction, so we wait for a balance candle in Heikinashi, or if you use some other kind of normal candles, Japanese candlesticks, then any patterns, by the way. So let me invite you to 2 wonderful trading webinars. This week is Paul is talking on Wednesday about the very important topic, is trading art or is it a science? And this is a really interesting topic, and you should join that. And on Friday, I guess Jens is talking about how can we trade using market structures. And yes, you know, trading should be based on structured trading. Okay, guys. So let's go through our running trades this morning. So, and we are fine with Australian dollar, Swiss franc. We have a running trends, and we are on our way to see the first target. The purple line means it's my soft stop. So actually we have a kind of free ride, which means we have no reason to intervene into that trade, so let it run. It is possible that we have a really calm day because most of markets are closed today. There is nothing to do, okay? So Euro, Australian dollar, we opened the trade and we were speculating on a breakout. This is completely okay. If you have kind of obstacles in your way, kind of resist zones in that way, and that's fine. So the hard stop is placed below the last 0.3. There I calculated the money I want to risk, or I want to invest in this trading idea. The target, of course, is always point of control, at least a point of control. Maybe we can have more, but let's check if we are working in that direction, by the way. So the purple line means this is my soft stop, and this is a little bit lower than the point of low. which means, okay, if I will have a close below that, then I trail my hard stop and let the market decide if I will get out or not. This is a part of cutting the loss. But also it's really important, guys, that you don't miss a re-entry, because we have 4 rules. And you know, again, let me remind you, we have 70% of probability, not 100. So we must suppose that we experience sometimes a loss, or that we are sitting, as I used to say, in a wrong bus. So maybe you're take this picture in your mind, then don't take it personally, because trading is not a personal thing. That's wrong. It is a personal thing, but the result is based on your own behavior. If you are willing to stick to the rules, which is based on your real why, from your real why comes the power to sticking to rules. If you're willing to cut the loss, which is based on your real why, because it's the same like sticking to the rules. And only if you have a strong why, because maybe the real love to your kids, or the real love to your wife, or whatever it is, yeah, then you have a real why. Money is not a real why. And the third one is if you're willing to let the winners run. Also, back to number 1, if you have a real why, you can do that, okay? So, and therefore we have to cut the possible loss. So, and this working with this soft stop is smart trading, because you know, markets sometimes use special points, but this is not to trick the people out by picking up the stops. No, that's normal behavior by buying cheap and selling expensive. Yeah, and this is the point. Markets used to test special price levels again and again to bring people, or to force people, or traders, especially unexperienced traders, to force people to how should I say, to do things in trading, to buy or to sell. And this is always the game between experienced traders and unexperienced traders. Okay, and that's the good news, because there's a rumor, especially which is circling around unexperienced traders, that say, in market, the big one hits the small one, or the faster traders are better than the slower traders. Yeah, that's stupid. That's not correct. Because if it were that way, we could never have a chance to become successful in trading, because you cannot increase your account from 1 month to the other, from 1,000 to millions. That's not possible. Especially you cannot have a big computer for algorithm in your house. That's not possible. But there is one tenet which is valid in trading. The experienced traders take the money from the unexperienced traders. And in this logic, there is the big news. And that's the good news. Why is it? Experience you can increase. And that's the good news. So let's make this in this morning briefing show. Yeah? That's the point, to increase our experience, and we can do it together, because I will never let you down. So next one, Euro Canadian dollar. You see the point of control is really far away. We have a lovely trend. We were in the correction. We started a trade. Now we are, you see, we had this, that's the best perfect example. So we had this close below my purple line, because my hard stop were at the last 0.3. Then you could see I have a close below my purple line, and now I trailed the stop below the low of that candle, which triggers my soft stop. So, and now I give them the responsibility to the market and say, okay, take me out or not. Whatever you do, I take the decision from the market, because I cannot have an influence to that, just my behavior. And you see, actually it's working. So, and here's another example. We cannot miss the re-entry, because even we get out, or maybe if we will get out in the next days, whatever, then we have still other 3 rules. Trend is still valid. It's a still young trend. We are still in a correction. And of course, we are waiting for the next balance candle. Yeah. And that's a really good example how you can do that, how you can handle that. Then the next one is Euro Swiss franc. You see, patience always gives a reward. If you're patient enough, market will reward you. I promise you. I made this experience years and years and years, but patience the first you have to do. Yeah, be patient, and then you get the reward from the market. So the purple line means also I'm in profit. That's my soft stop. The hard stop where I calculated my money I want to invest in that trading idea is above the last 0.3. So it's a kind of free ride, especially we sold already half of the position. So it's a completely free ride. And here you can see the big benefit. So let me show you this one. Can you see here the big benefit of the soft stop? So in the other case, if you were trailed your stop into the profit, you get out. And maybe you missed the re-entry. And this is really angry. This is really, annoying. It's a kind of annoying. So therefore, I used to work with soft stop. Yeah, but only you can do that if you handle a fine management. So as you can see, and of course, we have our lovely question of today. And my question for today, Anna, we can start the poll if you want, is because we want to talk about the volume indicator. I'm interested about your answer. How many indicators do you use for your own trading? So I have 3 questions prepared for you. Answer number 1, less than 5. Or answer number 2, more than 5 indicators. Or maybe you say, I don't use any kind of indicator. So click the box and join it. And we have the same on YouTube as well. How many indicators do you use? Less than 5, more than 5, or I don't use any indicator. So we can leave it a little bit open that you can work with it. Next one, Euro New Zealand dollar. Yeah, we are on track. We started a trade last week and we are up to the point of control. So, and by the way, we want to sell half of the position in the next support, a resist zone, volume zone here, there is it. And here in this zone, I want to sell half my position and then everything is fine. So actually my soft stop is a little bit lower here roundabout, lower than the point of low. Yeah. So push the button, guys. Come on, join this lovely poll. How many indicators do you use? Less than 5, more than 5, or I don't use any indicators. Really interesting, really interesting. The result is really interesting. So here we go. Then we are in British pound US dollar. It's still a free ride. We still have the position. We reached the support zone or the resist zone in that case again. The market were reacting, but we are safe and we can wait what happens. Yeah, don't judge the price. Let it run. Take the result you will get. Okay, it's a free ride. Then New Zealand dollar, Swiss franc. So we are close to reach our target, our first target, and it's here round about there. And next, the next decreasing price to lower side can lead us in our first target because we have a free ride. The point of purple line means I trailed my soft stop into the profit and everything is fine. So you see, the price is working. So fine, guys, thanks for joining. So we have a almost clear result, less than 5 indicators to use, and a couple of you use more than 5, and 21% says, I don't use any indicator. That's really cool. The less indicators you use, the better you are prepared to focus on what's really important in market, following the rules and to see a trend, to see the 4 rules. For that, you don't need any indicator. Yeah. So as you can see in my chart, I use two indicators, and one of them I will explain a little bit closer today. So then you trading, I have my watch list for today. It's the first one is Australian dollar, Swiss franc. So why is it? I have to explain that. So by the way, you see the point of control is lower, but I have to show you my special software. And here you can see in Australian dollar, Swiss franc, this is another data source. We see there you have the point of control, exactly where we are right now. That is the previous one. You can see in MetaTrader, that's the previous one, the current one, but it's not a problem. It's just an orientation, which means I have long signals. And look at the weekly chart. We stopped exactly in weekly chart at the point of control. So, and you can see there is a trend in weekly chart as well, which means the direction is really, really clear. We have to go long. So, which means we open a trade a little bit higher, around about here. So I will do it after the show, but you can do it by yourself, round about 10790. So, and then the stop loss, of course, is at the point of 0.3. And especially at the beginning, trail your soft stop, the mental stop bar by bar. That you, as long as you are safe and you can see, okay, the bus is the correct bus, yeah? Carl, wonderful good morning as well. Okay, so still on watch list, British pound, Swiss franc to go short. Point of control is really far away. We're fighting with that volume zone here on that side, and the trend is still valid. We come out of the correction, and I'm speculating that we will see a kind of trend break there, breakout there, so we can go lower there. And if you want to see when and how I open a trade, I have two interesting offers for you. We do that with Admirals together. So therefore, I would highly recommend that you follow my Twitter account if you want. It's just only on you guys. There is Daytrader70. And of course, hashtag Admirals, because I always link and tag Admirals here in my timeline. And also, we have 3 other channels. I want to invite you to join. First of all, if you have special questions or if you want to make a video, oh, where's my phone? Oh, forgotten. So then send it to livetrading@admiralmarkets.com. Also, my other social channels, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and my new baby, it's twitch.tv/DowHowTrader. Yeah, you have access all the time to my screens, to my camera, except not yet, because we are in that morning show right now. We stream it only on Zoom and on YouTube. But after the show, for the rest of the day, you can see my camera and you can see my screen. So you can ask me whatever you want, and on my Twitch channel. And the best, it's free for you. I hope it makes you a little bit happy. So, and bro, is there any setting to not lose indicators and draw lines in different time frames? Oh, David, I don't know. Is there any setting to not lose indicators and draw lines in different time frames? Yeah, I guess you can set to see it here. Draw object as background and visualization. You can click all time frames here in MetaTrader. You can click all time frames, then your drawing objects are visible in all time frames, and the indicator as well. Reza, wonderful good morning. But by the way, if you use an indicator, you can save a template, then you can open it in every time frame. So next one, As interesting, this is a daily chart trade in Hang Seng index, Hang Seng 50 daily chart. You know, this we make diversification. So, and here we go. That's a trend. We were in the correction, and now it's interesting. We are fighting with the point of high, and we have a lot of space to go down to the point of control. So, which means if we can see there a balance candle with higher increasing volume, only, okay, give me a sec, David. Then we can go down and we can speculate to trend continuation to the lower side and to go down to the point of control. So, and here we go. This is weekly chart in crude oil. So why is it? By the way, we have special fundamental data in crude oil. And you can see, we see a trend actually. We see here the stabilization at the point of high, and there's a high volume zone. Not that high that's as the point of control, but really high. And we have fundamental data in the COT report, and of course the special curves that we have really huge we have less offers, and we can speculate that oil is increasing. So I have it in my watch list for this week, by the way. And here we go, the last one. Oh, that's a special, and you see it's Euro British pound. We are far away from the point of control. We are deep in the cheap price zone. And here we go, that's the secondary. This is a lovely trend. You see, we were deep in the correction. Now we have a balanced candle with high volume in it. And now we are speculating on the trend continuation. So David, this is for you. If you go into the properties, in this, whatever it is, arrow or line or whatever, then go to visualization. And there you can see, click all time frames. There you can check in which time frames you want to see your drawings, or you say all time frames. And then you see the arrows you can see in every time frame. Here you can see it on the lower side. Okay. So what's about the volume indicator? You know, that's the topic of today. Let me explain you this. And this really easy. You see, I use in my trading just two indicators. The first one is the market profile indicator. I explain another time. This is that I can see about my price, because as I explained very often, on the right side, that's the price line. Yeah, that's the price graph. You can see it. So this currency pair has a specific price, which means we should ask, how much is it? And therefore you get an answer. Oh, it's cheap. Oh, it's expensive. Oh, it's a normal price. It's the same. You go to grocery and you want to buy strawberries. And you have this kind of feeling, you know, oh my gosh, they're really cheap today. Are they, oh God, $12 for one box? No, never. And then, so, and the other side, and topic for that, it's the volume. So let me show you this again. I have to do that in my private, this one. So let's go there. And here you see, I open the book map right now. That's the Dow Jones, for example. So you can see you have special rows, 3 rows in the book map, in any book map, yeah? Buyers, sellers, and the price. So, and if you talk about the price, you should know how much is it. And the second information is, that's the volume, because you need to know how much volume is there at that price. And prices are working or moving from volume to volume. Because what is the task or what is the job from the exchange? Any exchange, stocks, futures, Forex, whatever it is, the job of every exchange is to keep in balance buyers and sellers. And the price is always moving to that spot Where is the highest volume? And therefore, you need to know about the volume and the price, nothing else. Any other indicator, whatever you can use in trading, whatever it is based on what? Type in the chat box. Any indicator is based on what, guys? Let me know. Any indicator is based on what? Yeah? Type the chat box. I can see that. I missed my fourth screen. Damn it. I have to check it here. So, yeah, price. That's all. So why you should use more indicators than this two, price and volume? If you use moving averages or something else like that, they all of them based on price. So if you have an increasing moving average, what does it mean? The price is increasing. If you have a crossing golden cross strategy, I learned this last week, 50 crosses 100 from lower to the upper side, which means price is increasing and the trend is continuing. That's all. So, and the volume indicator, the volume on YouTube as well, great. The volume indicator shows me what I need to know. And you know, rule number 4 means we need a kind of balanced candle, or that you can see the price is moving and turning and rejecting at the specific price. And at the best, you can see in these candles, which shows you the turning price, that the correction comes to an end and the next movement will start. At the best, it's not a rule, by the way. We have 4 rules. You know the 4? Repeat it in your mind. Rule number 1, repeat it in your mind right now. Rule number 1, valid trend. Yeah, I know you know it. Yeah, and as consequence, NT. You know it? NT. No trend, no trade. Yeah. So rule number 2, you know it? Repeat it in your mind. Maximum 4th trend arm. Why is it? Buy cheap, sell expensive. Rule number 3, correction at least 38%. Why is it? Buy cheap, sell expensive. And in special cases, we can make a breakout, but special cases. And rule number 4 means wait for a balance candle. Yeah, that's rules. But the price or the volume is not or are not rules. They are just helpful tools to increase the probability. So you know we have 72%, but volume and price can increase the probability, but they are not part of the rules. Yeah, helpful tools, by the way, because we used to think in prices. By the way, thinking in prices will reduce your emotions, kind of feeling fear and all the other stupid emotions. And volume shows you, okay, let's check it. For example, you see in that balance candle here, in that balance candle, and in the next one, we have increasing volume. But in this balance candle, you see in that one, red means we have less volume than in the previous candle. And green bulk on the lower side means we have more volume in it than in the previous candle. So you see, it is not a part of the rules, because you see, even we didn't have higher volume in this balance candle, look at the price. Price is increasing. It is a helpful tool, and it's a good idea if you can see In a balance candle, we have higher volume than in the previous one. Yeah, then it's fine. But it's not a part of the rule. It's just a helpful tool, no more nor less. Stick to the 4 rules and use kind of volume indicator, which you will find in the list. Here you can see in Navigator, you have volume, and there's the volume. Here in the volume, the left side, you can use this. And this is the only of the second one I use because it's a helpful tool. When you see in a kind of balance candle, you see high volume. So check it this one. You see in this one, for example, we saw a kind of correction. Then in this balance candle, you see the volume increases there. And as a consequence, the price went up. Or on the other side, at the end of movement, for example, you see the volume increases in this balance candle, and as a consequence, the price went down. That's really cool because it's normal behavior, and that's the basement of every kind of trading. Yeah, so you can use that for your own trading. And you see in my screen, it's a naked chart. It's a naked chart. I use price, I need volume, and I need my price more than volume, by the way, but this is a logical consequence. And I see my trend. Oh, Euro British pound starts. That's fine. So, and I want to finish this show today with the best news ever. As you know, we started with day trading last week. So why I do it? You know why? I promised years ago to myself never make day trading ever again, because it's stressful, it hurts, it requires maximum discipline. But that's not a problem. I am disciplined. I'm really disciplined. I learned it in my life. But it requires highest level of discipline. And for me, with 15 coachings a week, 15 webinars a week, and trading on 8 different platforms, it's really stressful for me. Because why do you know why I do it? Not for me. And that's not a joke, guys, because I have really other things to do. I do it really for you, because I will show you that it is possible to make money every week with day trading based on rules, based on the behavior to cut the loss and to let the winners run. I do it for you, not for me, because I know how to make money in the market since years. So I do it really for you. And I hope you appreciate it. And now I show you what we did last week. We earned 806 euros. Amazing, right? Does it mean that I'm a smart guy? No, that doesn't mean that. Because I just only the guy who can follow the rules, who can cut a loss, and who can let the winners run. Look at this one. Last week, we started with in the green zone. At that point, it was the green zone. And we sold and we reached the target. And then we started again from the lower green zone. We sold half the percent. First of all, we had a small loss. We cut the loss, but we never missed the re-entry. Therefore, I only check one chart. This is the only thing I can do to check one chart. I cannot make day trading more than one chart and the market because I have to fulfill the law of probability, by the way. So I check Dow Jones because Dow Jones is working around the clock. That's really cool. And the third one was a big winner as well. We started out of the correction based on the rules. We sold half the position, and then we reached the point of control again. Is that cool, guys? Come on, type in the chat box. Is it cool? Yeah or no? Type in the chat box. Is it cool? And we do it again this week, and we follow the rules, of course. So, and if you want, you can follow in my live trading room and the morning show every morning. So give us a like, subscribe the YouTube channel, and you will see we can make money can make money together. So what we have to do right now in Dow Jones, actually we have this main trend, which is we have three trends. Why is it? The main trend is still facing upwards. We saw the correction, and the correction is running in its own trend. Yeah. And this trend is still facing downwards. And now we are kind in the correction right now. But as you can see, we have a third trend right now. And this is kind of confusing. And this is this one. Movement, correction, movement. If you draw it properly, then you see, is there a trend continuation? Yeah, not really, not really. So we are still in a correction, and now we are waiting for a trend continuation. But you can see it's a third trend included in the secondary trend, which is facing downwards, which means completely confusing system. Because I have learned not to solve complicated chart situations. I have learned to avoid them. So why should we do that on a celebration day, on a day off normally today? And if you check the hourly chart, by the way, so where we are, in a trend, by the way, within the red zone, and we are, maybe we can speculate on a trend continuation, but let's check the chart. And there is not a clear situation right now, and I have to wait. Maybe it's a good idea because we don't have a trend continuation right now here. So there is no trend, not a clear trend continuation there. Yeah. And maybe the price goes back to the point of control and the trend is still valid, then we can speculate on a trend continuation out of the correction, guys. Okay, so that was my topic for today. I hope you learned. Where's my mouse? I hope you learned a little bit. So, but not for me. Day trading is needing more time. Yes, of course. Please, guys, that's a big advice. Only day trading for you if you can fulfill the law of probabilities. If you don't have time, don't do it. You will have losses. Don't do it. Switch to hourly chart, to 4-hourly chart, follow all the other trades if you want. Yeah, but don't do it. You need time. You cannot miss a signal. Think about it. Do that. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Welcome and joy. Welcome. Welcome to our lovely family. And let's work together. Thanks for joining the session. So never miss a signal. Probabilities, law of probabilities. It's the same like the law of gravity. You don't test it, right? So don't test the law of probability. Okay? Guys, thanks a lot. I wish you a wonderful day. Thanks to Anna for supporting me. And I hope you will have a great day. And maybe we'll see each other in my live trading room. And especially, at least tomorrow again. Thanks for being here. Have courage and be kind. Think about the seeds. You plan the rest of the day and plant good seeds, please. Okay? So have courage and be kind. And may the force of the rules be with you.